Welcome back to another episode of the Moneyball Cards podcast. Ryan with Breakout Cards. We're here with Jordan of Sports Card Analytics. And in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at different color refractors and prisms to determine if color matching actually affects the price or not. But before we go deep diving into that data, first, we have to show you some cards that we've picked up recently.
Yeah, so for the past week, I picked up this. It's a Ryan special. I got it from watching Breakout Cards. Ryan's always picking up these old memorabilia cards of Hall of Famers. So I see this autogram. I'm gonna try to get it in the lighting good. Autogram game used patch, and I got this for only $20, and it's numbered out of 199, and it just looks really cool because
Can't go
it's
wrong.
like the old school patch. Like it's not like the Panini products these days where it's just manufactured patches and whatnot. They don't even have game used anymore. So it's really cool to get a game used patch from the 1950s or 1960s of Autogram. And I did want to show off, since I got that, I wanted to show off my Autogram PSA 4 rookie card. Just
One day I'll
because,
get one.
yeah, just because Autogram, to me, he's the GOAT, because he played for the Cleveland Browns. And Autogram, if you didn't know, played 10 seasons with the Cleveland Browns. He won 7 championships. So yes, the Browns have won championships. They just weren't Super Bowls, because Jim Brown retired the year before the Super Bowl started. So there's that. And for any nerds that watch this, I got my nerd crowd, hopefully. And if I don't, hopefully I build up my nerd crowd. I got my first graded comic book. This is from CGC. They also own CSG. Uh, this is a 9.8. Apparently, getting a 10 with a comic is very difficult. So 9.8 is like kind of like a BGS 9.5, and getting a 10 is kind of like getting a black label. So this is a Horizon Zero Dawn. This is a PlayStation exclusive video game, and it's the first comic book for that. So I got this for like $20. I just wanted to pick it up because it's like a giant graded card to me. So I just think it looks really cool.
Bro, I hate storing the giant cards. It might be a little controversial. Like I love the design of cabinet cards with old tobacco stuff, but man, I am not going to store those. It just takes up too much space.
Yeah, it's more for a display, to get a graded comic book and show it off. So yeah, Ryan, what'd you pick
Yes,
up?
I do. Yeah. Yeah, so some of my PC stuff I dropped off, but I have some cards that I got to throw at my table. So you guys don't know, last week this is my first time actually being a dealer, and one of the reasons why I want to become a dealer is to flip some inventory, so that way I can build up to some bigger PC cards. And as a dealer, you never know what people bring to you at a card show, so that way I can find some of my really old pre-war cards that I want for my PC. So here's some just inventory that I recently got. These I picked off of Twitter for some vintage sales. So first I have a 68 Clemente and a 68 Aaron. Got both these for like 40 or $50. Can't remember, but people always love Aaron and Clemente. And then I got this, uh, picked it up probably like 2, 3 weeks ago, but I finally got the package. It was a Vlad Guerrero. It was a PSA 8. And I know some people say not to get eights, but they move pretty well. And this is a gold rookie. I mean, I got it way less than what raw versions were going for, and people love Vlad. And also, where I'm at in Florida, the Blue Jays have spring training over here, so you do get some Blue Jays fans that either go to card shows or just hang out and different things like that. So a little bit modern and some vintage that I can move as inventory, so I can build up this some PC cards, like eventually that autogram.
And gold's numbered to the year for
Yeah,
top.
so this one is numbered to 2018. Let's see if it's eBay one of one. Unfortunately, it's 1017. So we don't know if there's any specific year events that happened in 1017. I'm not a full history buff. I know a lot, but do you know any events that happened in 1017?
My girlfriend broke up with me. I'm
Well, it might
kidding.
be eBay one of one. So But yeah, pretty cool card. You guys can see it over here. I love the gold cards, but this is as an 8 is a flip because if I'm gonna get one for my PC, I'd rather have a 9 or a 10.
I remember back in 2018, the Vlad no number PSA 9 was going for less than the raw. So that must be the Topps update. The just based off the picture.
Yeah, this is the update one.
Yeah.
I remember picking up a Vlad November in the dollar box before the season started. Crazy.
Yeah. See, I know baseball cards. I know a little bit, not
It's
as much.
funny. It's a short print, but if you look at how many are graded compared to other cards in the last few years, it's the same exact print run. It just shows you how much they printed with this new stuff.
Yeah. So let's dive into color matching and parallels. Okay, so I looked at 8 different cards for a Prizm. I think they're pretty much all Prizm for Panini. One of them's Prizm Draft. You'll see that in a little bit. This first card is the iconic LeBron James 2020 Prizm with the Kobe tribute dunk. I think a gold was just pulled, and the gold matches very well with the jersey. But golds for Prizm are numbered out of 10, and they're highly sought after. And I couldn't find one that had sold. So if you look at my chart here, anything in green is a color match with high eye appeal. So for this LeBron James card, I had picked up one of these purple ices a long time ago, and it looks really good. Anything purple matches very well with the Lakers uniform. So as you can see, anything here, it didn't really go over the other numbers that were lower than it, except for this purple right here. So this purple came from the regular Prizm, and it's numbered out of 99 for this year. Went for $3,000, and then you have a blue shimmer and a green pulsar that are numbered much lower than the purple for LeBron James. And you have a Mojo. It's very difficult to find a lot of these cards because a lot of them are either graded, they're stuck at PSA, or they don't sell very many times. So some of them I had to find just a graded one and kind of mix it in. So and I tried to mix them with what I would think would be close to a base value. So a SGC 9 maybe it goes for a little bit higher than the base value, but as you can see, even the purple 99 isn't too much lower than the Mojo out of 25, which comes out of the same retail product. So I noticed the purple wave looks really good, and it was worth more than the red out of 299. So just looking at this, my conclusion was, okay, color match. Right now it's worth more, and that's just a known fact in the hobby, I guess, or it's a theory and we're trying to uncover it. And the green, we're going to talk about greens a little bit with every card. The green went for 130, and actually I should have filtered. I thought I had these filtered. So yeah, the green 130, and the iconic silvers doesn't go for much more. Silver or green is actually less printed than silvers, but green you'll see goes for a lot less than silvers do, and that's just basically people don't like green and they like the silver, even though there's more silvers out there. So the next one I looked at, and this one has an iconic color match card, even though the blue doesn't quite match the Dallas Mavericks blue, but the Luka Doncic blue cracked ice PSA 10 out of 99 last sold for $81,000. So this is an iconic color match card, and it's very sought after. I found the the orange out of 49, you'll see goes for or went for $125,000. But this one out of 99, you have the purple out of 75, $25,000, much, much, much less than the $81,000 99. So we also have the blue fast break, which actually is a better color match with the Dallas Mavericks jersey than the blue cracked ice, because blue cracked ice is kind of like a sky blue, and it for me the eye appeal isn't there, but I guess it is for some other people with deep pockets who are willing to spend $81,000. um, yeah, fun fact: the best card I ever got from a break was the Luka Doncic purple out of 75, and I got it graded. I got a PSA 10, and this was back in 2019. The hobby hadn't blown up yet. I sold it for $700. So, so yeah,
Ouch.
yeah,
Ouch.
it was fun pulling that one back up to see how much it went for recently, and $25,000. But the conclusion here
Who'd
is
ever thought though, man?
right. Yeah, 700. I was happy. Like I made money. I think just to pay for the break for a full case. That was when people did case breaks. Like it wasn't one box; it was a case break. For a full case, it was like $200 for the Mavericks back then. So yeah, that's the one box breaks. I can't do a one box break. I have to do it whenever someone has a case break, because that's what it used to be. So let's look at Trey Young from the same year. Red is his color match, numbered out of 299, is not as scarce as the other ones. And these are filtered from highest to lowest. So you'll see it's about the same price as the fast break purple out of 75, but people don't value fast break Prizm quite as much. So that would be common to me. But we have the other red cracked ice that's about, it doesn't have any number to it, and it's about the same as the fast break out of 175. And then the ruby wave, these all look really good. The eye appeal is very, very good for these. And the red is kind of iconic for Trey Young. If you're looking for a PC part from Prizm, you want to get the red. Maybe it has to do with just the NBA people, and that's what we're going to look into. I have a couple of more football cards that I looked into as well, and Ryan looked into baseball, but maybe it might just be the NBA. Maybe baseball guys are more traditional and they don't care or anything. But as you can see, green is still way down here, and silver going for a lot more. Another fun fact, silvers back in 2019 for Trey Young were $20. I remember I was watching Mojo Break, and they were saying that they were going to buy 100 Trey Youngs at the $20 price tag. These were when they were just coming out of packs, so you could have got a lot of PSA 10s, and that's when you could grade in bulk for about $8. So if they did that, or if anyone did that, bought 100 Trey Young silvers, they'd be doing pretty well right now. Or if they got the reds, which is the color match. So Zion Williamson, the Pelicans blue doesn't quite match with much of these other blues, but I did notice that the orange, there's like a little bit of orange on the jersey, and the orange ice had really good eye appeal, and it really made just a little line of orange on his jersey. It really popped really well. And I was wondering, maybe people are going to pay for this. So I found pink ice PSA 10 with a pop 55 for the PSA 10. And the orange ice was pop 361. So you think it would be worth less. And these don't have any numbers on them, but they were about the same. So my conclusion was people really like the eye appeal, how it made made the jersey look, and I thought it looked really cool. So the pink ice just didn't do anything with the jersey. And you can see the orange out of 49 is going to be worth a lot with Prizm, no matter what. That's $66,000. Ryan, I don't know if there's any modern baseball cards going for.
Oh, and the funny thing is, we'll talk about baseball because your findings and what I found for baseball are completely opposite.
Yeah, yeah. So the blue ice and the blue shimmer, I think, is out of first off the line, which people say is numbered out of 20. It doesn't say it, but that's just the thought is it's out of 20. This one out of 99, $28,000, and the gold 118,000. But I don't think these up here really help the story or help the cause. And I couldn't find other ones. There's just not very many sales of Zion Williamson. And like I said, a lot of stuff's at PSA. A lot of stuff people are just holding on to, just watching the prices continue to rise. But I think the orange ice versus this pink ice really helped tell the story. And of course, green versus silver, even though there's less greens, $860, $3,160. So people just do not like green. And Marat. So this one, the story I have for this is I couldn't find any numbered PSA 10 Marat cards other than the color match for the platform I was using. So my assumption was that they thought that all of the other colors just were irrelevant and nobody has asked for them to be on the platform except for the color match. And so none of this is very telling. The only thing I got from it was that people only cared to know what the color match was doing, and that was the blue shimmer and the blue out of 199 going for over $5,000. And that card looks very, very good with the Grizzlies dark blue. So yeah, I wish we could get more data for that.
All right. So first off, baseball card refractors, they just don't work like the Prizms do in basketball. You don't see baseball cards numbered to 25 or numbered to 50 non-autos going for 5 digits, 6 digits. I mean, the most expensive card in recent years has probably been Tatis. His cards are a bit expensive. And then you see that a lot with first Bowmans. Now, I took a look at first Topps Chrome cards, which is their true rookie card. Basketball and baseball is a little bit different on how they do things. So if I was going to do this over again, maybe I'd look at first Bowman Chromes and look at the auto side of things because those fetch a lot of money compared to some of the Topps Chrome rookies. But then again, that's not a true rookie card. It's a prospect card. It's a little bit confusing. But the have the data the best way that was possible, I took a look at Topps Chrome cards. Now, one thing I do wish I did over again, if I had more time, was look at PSA 10 comps. What I was doing is I was looking at raw comps in these cards. Now, for 21 Topps Chrome, that just came out, so I couldn't really expect to see a lot of graded cards with that, especially since the PSA price update. And then I looked at Chrome from 2019 and 18. Another big difference also between baseball and basketball is veteran cards. Most of the time, their refractors don't go for a ton of money. So, for example, I looked at some Bryce Harper cards, and Bryce Harper, people think could potentially win the MVP this year, him or Soto, both great players. Personally, I think it'll be Soto, but Harper, I think, is going to get second place. So even looking at a 2018 Bryce Harper refractor, an orange wave, which is numbered at 25, only goes, or actually, sorry, I don't have the data for the orange wave. It's the gold wave, numbered to 50, only went for $20, and a gold only went for $15. So when you go and do all the different refractors underneath it, you just don't see a wide margin like basketball, where some of these cards are going for thousands of dollars, even for like LeBron cards or other veterans later on. Just the baseball card market is completely different. So if I can do this over again, I would just purely look at either first Bowman Chrome autograph cards and then look at the color matching based off of that. But this is what I came up with on this side of things. First thing that I noticed all across the board, it didn't matter if it was a veteran card or if it was a rookie, was people do not like green in Topps Chrome. And this is from year to year. It doesn't matter if it's a green wave or if it is a green. An example right here with Vlad Guerrero Jr., his purple is numbered at $299 and it goes for $450. His green, which is numbered at 99, only goes for $600, which is a little bit of an increase. But if you think about the scarcity, green's 99, purple is $299. His blue, which is numbered to 150, which is considered a color match. There's a few comps on that, but they were going for $1,000 at the time. So you're talking about a card number to 150 worth almost double the card number to 99. And then his gold obviously is worth a lot more at 1,500 in a gold wave. It was 2,000. But then you look at other players as well. I'm just going across the board over here for Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker was a rookie also in 2019. So I was kind of curious. Now he plays for the Astros, and I was considering if the color match for the Astros was bring a little bit higher, and also if the green was affected. So I looked at his purple, which is numbered to $299. A recent comp on that was $57. A green numbered to 99 only went for $35, so it went down. His blue wave, which is numbered to 75, went for $86, but then his gold went for $150. Now for the color match with the Astros with orange, his orange wave went for $202. So the theory that color matching for Kyle Tucker and the Astros, I didn't see a huge bump in the price. The other problem with baseball too, on color matching, is a lot of popular teams, the colors are red. So you look at Boston Red Sox, one of their best rookies the past few years, a card that'd be worth money is, like I said, veterans don't really go for a lot, is Rafael Devers. And you just don't see a red refractor go on eBay every day. So it's kind of tough to find this type of stuff. But I ran numbers for the other things on the non-numbered cards, and it was kind of interesting for the non-numbered refractors across the board. Here's the full result for 8 different players. The players I looked at, by the way, in 19 was Vlad Guerrero Jr. and Kyle Tucker, both rookies. 18, I looked at Devers and Harper. So Devers the rookie, Harper is not. In 20, I looked at Luis Robert, which is the rookie. Betts is not a rookie. And then in 21, I looked at Ke'Bryan Hayes and Mike Trout. So a good mixture of some of the better players in the game between Trout, Betts, and Harper. And then one of the best rookies in 21, which people really like, Ke'Bryan Hayes, and some other rookies in the past. But what I really found interesting with the eye appeal side of things is the non-numbered refractors. So I'm going to load up this report over here so you guys can see what Beckett talks about on this stuff. So let me show my screen real quick. So here's the odds of the 2019 Chrome refractors. So you can see a normal refractor is 1 in 3 packs. You can see everything over here. Hobby Jumbo 1-1, Blaster 1 in 4, like about 1 in 3 packs on average. A Prizm is a little bit rare, 1 in 6, 1 in 10 for the mega box. So about twice as scarce. A pink refractor is an exclusive. So they got value packs with those. Sepia also a little bit different. These were packs. These were retail boxes. X-fractors, again, a little bit different with the mega boxes on these ones. But then even you have like the negative refractors, which is 1 in 66 for a hobby. A Blaster's 1 in 66. So this is a very, very tough card. And if you look at the odds for like a purple, 1 in 88, 1 in 27. So a little bit less scarce than a purple refractor. But the data didn't fully line up with that. What I found interesting looking at these is even like the negative based off of the print run was pretty close to the purple at $299. So I'm looking at Kyle Tucker right now. A purple sold for 57. The negative sold for 53. Looking at Vlad over here, the purple sold at 450, but his negative sold at 225. So either that negative was a great deal at the time or the purple was overvalued. But based off of other numbers, I think that negative just went really, really low for that one auction. Looking over here for Devers in 2018, the negative was doing 100, purple was 74. There was no Luis Robert, recent comps on that one. Someone cheaper like Harper, his negative went for $3. His purple went for 8. Again, super tough when refractors are cheap for better players. And yeah, so that's pretty much what it was like across the board. I mean, the negative has a decent price point compared to the purple. There are some variations between players. I think the biggest thing with baseball is a lot of the refractors has been established for such a long time, and a lot of baseball collectors are based off of tradition. Color match is what a lot of new collectors brought into the hobby, but since baseball collectors are really old school, they focus on the parallels that they know, like the gold refractors, the common refractors, and different things like that. Case in point, also with your normal refractors and X fractors too. So 2018 Devers, I'll give you an example. His base refractor was 1 in 3 packs. You saw that. It was going for $25, but his Prizm, which was 1 in 6, was at $37. For Vlad Guerrero, base refractor 95, Prizm was a 110. So there is a little bit of a premium for that, but not as much for based on the scarcity. So color matching, is it a thing really in baseball? Not as much. It's more based around scarcity. The one thing I'd recommend is staying away from green refractors because people don't like it.
Taking a look at a couple of football players, I know a lot of people don't like draft or Prizm draft, but I really like Prizm draft. This Justin Fields Prizm draft card, I bought personally the red out of 299 for the color match with the Ohio State uniform. So I did this kind of for myself to see where it ranked against all the other cards, and if me getting the color match was the best idea. So at the time when the card first came out, I paid about $50 for it. It looks like it's down to about $30. And there's other color matches that aren't numbered. But we can take this $299 and put it against the blue $199. It's about an $8 difference. And I know we're not talking thousands. So you'll see the color match matters for a little bit. People care about the color match just slightly, but once you get past the color match and you start looking at the numbering, people care more about scarcity, and that's what showed with this. And I don't know if it's all of football or maybe just Prizm draft, and maybe I just thought the red just looked really cool, and I got it for my PC. So I took a look at Jordan Love from the Green Bay Packers just to see how the green did for the color match with Jordan Love, and the green versus the silver, like I like to put them against each other. Silver still outdid it, $91, and the green $38. Even with the color match, I thought the card looked pretty ugly, and there was a green scope out of 75 that went for $108, and then you have a blue ice that isn't a color match out of 99 that went for about $200 more. The green scope, when it first came out, I think a lot of newer people wanted the color match. This was going for about $300 at the time, but it dropped pretty quickly and things kind of fell into place for Jordan Love. So maybe it's green, or maybe it's football. And
I'm still thinking it's green, man. Like, across the board, no one likes it.
Right. So the last one I looked at was Tom Brady's first Tampa Bay Buccaneers Prizm card, and the red ice looked really good. You put that against some other non-numbered cards like the orange disco, and it was worth a lot more. It still didn't outdo the silver. So color match here didn't outdo people's love for the silver. There's data here already. Do I want to replace it? No. All right. So the red no huddle looked really good. It's just the red didn't quite go with like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers burgundy. It wasn't perfect. One that I thought looked very, very, very good was the red and yellow. I know the Buccaneers they have that burgundy and it's kind of like an orange, but this red and yellow almost looked like a red and gold, and the eye appeal looked very good. And I wanted to compare this with two other PSA 9s that I found around the same price range. And even with the better eye appeal, out of 49 PSA 9, this purple power sounds like a Power Ranger type thing. All the new parallels were coming out with the the purple power out of 49 still went for $100 more. So maybe you could say this red ice, people like the color match, but still it didn't outdo the silver. So I know this was just 3 cards. With these 3 football cards, I would say maybe the football crowd doesn't quite like the color match, or maybe the colors just aren't as perfect with the jerseys. But from what I found with football, color match, it isn't that much of a thing unless it's the lower, like, non-numbered cards, like this red ice versus the orange disco. But it still doesn't outdo the silver, and nobody likes green. The green $32 versus the silver $200. So I think color match, or with the theory, we can come to the conclusion that basketball, people love it. Baseball, more traditional, and football, it's kind of in the middle. It's more of like the non-numbered cards, but as soon as you get to the where the number is on the card, people don't quite care as much. Maybe it'll change in the future, but right now it seems to be more of an NBA thing. And we already know the NBA mindset is more of like, what can you do for me now? Not what can you do for me in 5 years? And it's not as traditional. So it would make sense that the newer concept would go with the NBA and not the other sports. So it was fun looking into this stuff, and I learned a lot. And I know when I'm going to be looking for color matches, I'm going to maybe stick to basketball and not go for it. I mean, I'll do it for my PC, like I did with the Justin Fields, but not for like investing and trying to resell later. So that's what I got. Ryan, you got anything else?
Don't buy green.
Don't, do not buy green.
I mean, the fact that in baseball, football, and basketball, everyone avoided green tells you something.
Right. Even with the Green Bay Packers, it just, people are like, no, this is ugly. It doesn't.
Card companies do not print green. Thank you.
Right. Right. Just stick with the silver. People say, if you don't want to invest in stocks or whatever, just stick with gold and silver, and you can apply that to cards as well. Just stick with the golds and silvers, and you'll do fine. All right, so that was the color matching for 3 different sports. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think about color matching. If you do it for certain sports, if you do it for just your PC or investing, or if it's something you just don't care about and you just want the most scarce thing possible. Let us know. We would love to take that and apply that to the data as well. And if you have any ideas for the future for things you want us to look into, we would love to hear that as well. So yeah, so guys, we will catch you on the next episode. Peace.